Well, good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I, and I am Guy, coming to you live from Applewood Station, where it's windy, apparently. Very windy outside, but still 28 degrees Celsius. So, still not very cool. I'm not 100% sure why. My office is also not cooling down. I can feel cool air coming from the vent back here. Boop. And I have well, as you can see, it's lovely and windy outside. Definitely A plus. All right. Switching to my drawing monitor. Because if nothing else, I want to at least start thinking about the next step on this one now that we've redone it. All right. What we know is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I'm tired. So I probably won't stay for very long on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. To this halfway point. All right, so we're looking here at 1. I feel like this is where I want to commit people in the first 5 pages. So for right now, this is going to be scene 1. Which probably plays exactly like it did. Hey, some user, are you having insomnia again? It's ridiculously early there. I mean, I benefit from you having insomnia because you're here with me. But you don't benefit from you having insomnia. I'm just saying. However, you are very close to the Paris Olympics. I'm just saying. Oh, well, that's better. Uh-oh. Looks like right off the bat, you guys are up against Korea in judo. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Ooh, and you're up against Germany in handball. Look at you guys. Like today, it looks like the 25th today, you have handball with Norway, and you guys beat them. Good job, you. Go Sweden. Uh-oh. We got Japan in my favorite sport right now. Archery. Archery is what I watch at the Olympics all the time. Yeah. So my mom got me into the Olympics as a kid, like as in got me interested. And it's really the only sports I care much about. I don't generally watch it. I just like to cheer on my countries because, of course, I have. Yes, I not only do Western archery, but I do Eastern archery. I hold a second-degree black belt in Kyudo, which is the Japanese archery, the martial art. So it's why archery is a big deal for me. It's because archery is a thing for me. I have a bow downstairs that's 7 feet long, about 2.2 meters long. My bow is about 2.2 meters. It's a long bow. Between Western and Eastern, there's a lot of difference. Here, let's see if I can find something for you. This takes me a minute. Not as easy as it looks. There we go. There. That's me. Right here. And you can tell because I'm the only non-Japanese person here. Here, we'll move forward and tell them. There we go. Yeah, well. It is a bit small. But Japanese archery, as you can see the size of the bow, the bows are not small. Like I said, 2.2 meters. Yeah, their longbows weren't anything like the Japanese longbow, as you might imagine. So over here, they're putting the score. So she didn't hit. And she didn't hit. And he didn't hit, because most of us don't when we're this early on in the test. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't think I hit either. Why did they put a question mark? I don't remember. I don't remember. Did I hit or not? I feel like on the second round, nobody actually hits. Yeah, this is while I was in Japan. This is in the city of Mito, which is the capital of Ibaraki Prefecture. That was definitely a miss. And then I leave the... But I think I'm the only one that had a question. And I think I hit is the first one. I don't remember. Do they? Prefecture is just state. I'm trying to see if... Trying to see if I can hear it. I don't remember if I can hear because it's the only one I think. Hey, Can. Yeah. So I think I actually hit. And if you look at the scoreboard over here at the end, right? Well, it's kind of hard to see. But at the end, I'll pause here. If you look, nobody hit, but I had one hit. And then there was no hit, no hit, no hit. So I was the only one during that run to actually hit. So the prefectures there are, it's like a state in the United States. It's just a zone. So it's, it'd be, you call it landscape, your provinces. It's the same thing. You have 25 of them. Japan has 49. I'm sorry, 47. Hi.
No.
Get you at least some of the page here. Yeah, I was talking about the Olympics are starting. So, you know me, I'm rooting for Japan, and I'm they don't have different laws like states do. They're more like counties. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of the same as, what do you call them? Landskap? Trying to, something like that. Landskap? Anyway, yeah. I mean, they've got like local governance to some degree, but it's nothing like the United States. The United States is really weird. I mean, like, as far as like, yeah. So, like, that's, yeah, but it's closer to that than it is to a state. Well, I am full of surprises tonight, some user. I think I know like 6 Swedish words, so there you go. One of them happens to be county. But it's all because I was poking around like 3 or 4 days ago about different things, and I think I picked that up somewhere because it looks like land scap, or scapping a land, or escaping a land. And so it stuck in my brain, like a lot of things stick in my brain for reasons that have no clue. I have no idea why these things stick in my brain.
We don't either.
Yeah, right? What are the other 5 words?
How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. It's very windy outside. And still ridiculously warm.
I hope it makes the smoke go away. Though.
Yeah, I am over the smoke. I am very much over the smoke. Yeah, I am poking around and trying to figure out what my schedules are for the Olympics, because I have to come up with my scheduled design here, because like Germany's playing Japan in volleyball, but I really don't particularly care. But then we've got equestrian, and I'm really into equestrian, so I'm like, oh, maybe I want to watch that. And then I'm looking at the lineup for judo, and like I was saying before, it looks like Sweden's up against Korea. That's going to be brutal. Oh, and it's Japan against... Oh, and it's Tsunoda. Oh, I love her. She's so cool. All right. And like, I'm just like poking around, like figuring out what my battle plan is here. I have things.
I'm having a tough time with the Olympics right now.
You're having a tough time with what?
The Olympics.
The Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now you've added 2 more words. You're having a tough time watching the Olympics, or just dealing with the Olympics in general?
Both.
I see.
It's because that was something that me and my dad did.
Yeah.
Is we would go catch a beer together and watch the Olympics.
It's why I watch it, is because of my mom. Same reason. So but it's been 22 years since my mom passed, so now I do it in fondness and happiness. But even when Mom and I watched the Olympics, I wasn't cheering on Japan as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Like I'm all about Japan now. I root USA, but I will also root Japan, and I usually end up in conflict when the two are against each other. When Japan plays against the US, then I'm like, oh, I don't know who to pick. And of course, because some users on here, I'll be rooting for Sweden, even though some user doesn't care. but in lieu of some user, I shall root for Sweden as well. Sorry, some user, if Sweden plays against Japan or the US, I'm gonna have to root against it, though. I'm sorry. The Olympics are always something I love, because it's when the world... You're welcome. It's when the world actually manages to try to come together. It doesn't always work, and it's not perfect, but this is us, the whole world, getting together and competing in peace. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't always go that way. It's not always peaceful, but boy, we try really hard. And for the next 14 days, I get to, fly my sports flag for just a little bit and, talk smack about Sweden or whatever. I mean, like just this once for these next 14 days, I'm going to be in there just, and it's the one thing. I don't know, fencing always is interesting. I've never been that hot on fencing though. Then we get gymnastics. That's what Mom and I used to watch, was gymnastics. She used to watch swimming. I've never really been big on swimming.
Although the diving stuff is really
Diving is always fascinating, yeah. But no, as I was saying, of course, archery is what I'm really into. But that's because I am an archer. And so that's my sport. So naturally, I will watch archery. And I watch judo. Because it's kind of fun to watch Japan wipe the floor of everybody in judo. Always kind of a thing. Because boy, the judoka coming out of Japan are usually brutal.
no go out.
Oh yay, football! The United States versus New Zealand, which is really called soccer here.
Molly, go.
Artistic gymnastics men's qualification. I don't really watch men's. Oh, it is Japan versus Mali in soccer. That's going to be a thing. All right. So women's archery starts on the 28th. Right off the bat, it's the U.S. versus Taipei. That's going to be brutal. And then the home team, France versus the Netherlands. That's also going to be a heck of a fight. Women's qualification artistic gymnastics starts then too. My priorities will be with archery. Now, who do we have in judo? This is men's. Oh man. Hifumi Abe. 66 kilogram elimination round. I love smorgasbord. I'm just saying. Now it looks like so far I don't have to worry too much about. Oh, and then there's equestrians. But I'm not a cross country equestrian. I like dressage. Like I said, don't care about beach volleyball. Not much on the swimming. How is hockey a summer sport? Oh, it's water hockey. I'm like, how is this a summer sport?
Well, I mean, if enough of Canada catches fire,
Right? That's fair. Then we've got women's archery. It's next day. There's a lot going on. I'm going to give props to the, oh, hey, with the women's archery bronze medal match. This is another one of those, saying that same thing. Mom never cared for archery. And archery is my big event. Like, that's the thing I like watching. Mom really didn't care about equestrian either. I picked that up from dating girls who were equestrians. So just gymnastics reminds me of Mom. Oh, women's hockey, Japan versus China. That's rough. Oh, that sounds like that's bad. Hunter jumpers on the equestrians. I'm just going down and checking out what the schedule looks like.
I actually am drawing, but I can't show it.
It's all good. I actually am not drawing yet, but I will. Then we've got archery for men in the semifinals. Equestrian hunter jumper. Men's bronze. Archery men's gold. So I'll probably be out of archery by the 29th, it looks like. Because they're going for the gold medal stuff on the 29th, so it'll be clear by then. Then I'll be switching over to gymnastics from that point forward. Oh, looks like our basketball team women's basketball is playing U.S. versus Japan. There's my first real conflict. I don't know which team to root for. Yeah, surfing. Surfing now is a thing, apparently. That's cool. All right. What do we got in judo on? Now we're on the 30th. What do you got on judo? Takanori Nagase. Did we not even qualify for judo? I'm not seeing us at all in judo. I'm seeing Japan. I mean, because that makes sense. Huh. Miku. Oh, Takaichi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and so usually, I mean, like for men, their classes start at 66 kilos. So that's a small class, and then it moves up from there. Because you're right, the Russians are huge. But it's judo. Oh, you're talking about hockey. I don't know. It's water hockey, I guess. I have no earthly idea how water hockey works. Because it's not ice hockey. This isn't the Winter Olympics. Equestrian dressage. There we go. Team dressage individual Grand Prix. Ooh, there we are. I'm in for that. I have a lot more I watch in summer than I do in winter. There's not a lot I watch in winter. But summer is like my big thing. Women's archery individual. You know what's really cool though? I'm looking at all of these things here, all these people, and I've noticed that they just put the family names in capital and then put it in the correct order. Like the Japanese names are reversed like they're supposed to be. Family name first with given name second. But they just make their last name or their family name be capital, all caps. That way you can identify it no matter what. But the Americans then are flipped the other direction. So the family names are last. And I think that's really nice. That's like, see, this is the stuff that makes me love the Olympics, is because you have to deal with all of these different cultures and their traditions. And how do you suss that all out? You know what I mean? Like, how do you make it work so that you're saying everybody's family names, but you're not flipping the Japanese names backwards? You know what I mean? Because like Japanese are always going to be family name, given name. And of course, Americans are going to be given name, family name. And so like
Yeah,
stuff like that always makes me just, and I'm like, well, this is clever. They just turned them all into, you know, the all the family names are, and then you get to see what, when they just put the family names whenever everybody's like together at the finalists and stuff.
I do have a funny thing to show you.
I'm all about funny things to show me.
And you put it when.
Real quickly, but while you're trying to do that, let me address some user. I thought you meant judo, so I was referring to judo. 66 kilos is the low class in judo. 81 kilos is the high class in judo. So big people are either in the 81 kilo or the 66, which makes sense. 81 kilos is a big person. I also like the fact that since it's in Paris, it's football, not soccer. Like, they're playing football, which I can respect that. If they were playing here, it'd be called soccer. But
Yeah.
since they're not, they're playing in Paris, it's football. Which I can respect, because I think only America and Japan call it soccer. So, lots of football. And yeah, just not really that big on. All right. All right. Surfing ends the day. And then on my birthday, we start out with triathlon. Not a big triathlon fan. Rowing and beach and equestrian. We got 2 dressage, which is great because that's what I'll be watching then on my birthday. And judo. We've got women's judo. Oh, 70 kilogram women's elimination round. Those are big women. I'm just saying.
So check your Facebook.
Yeah, Japan calls it soccer, weirdly. Well, not weirdly. It's another one of those things that they kind of pilfered from us. Well, not pilfered, but right? Just saying.
Throw that up on the.
Desnoto. You want me to put it up there?
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh no. It's a lot later. I don't know if I can get any better than that. Here, wait. There we go.
I like that he has a pad of paper. He's writing. It's probably some boring thing, but anybody who's watched Death Note is like, oh no.
Right? Although I don't know anybody named Light, so that's not a Japanese name. So this has to have been something that they were dinking with. It's the only thing I can think of. But yeah. So yeah, they picked up a lot of our sports in the 50s and the 60s when after World War II, there's a lot of that where they picked up our stuff and just kept running with it. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that after in Reconstruction, there were just so many US soldiers there that they picked up a lot of our culture and traditions and stuff like that. And then, as is typical with the Japanese, merged them with the Japanese cultures. But yeah. And is diving. Women's synchronized 10-meter platform is actually kind of fun. Ooh, and then we're at an archery again. Yeah, but we're not in any of these.
Wait, this is a real guy.
His name really is Light?
Yes.
Wow.
He's with the football team or the soccer team.
Right. Football to soccer. We'll take either. That's kind of funny. Okay, now sailing might actually be fun too. Sometimes watching sailing is fun. I don't usually pay attention to things that don't have a motor, but sometimes sailing can be fun. Mom and I used to watch sailing too.
Football coach Yagami Light.
Huh. There's got to be a nickname. That is way too. That'd be like somebody being called Beetlejuice here. That'd just be like, oh, come on. You know? Like, I mean, I guess it could happen. Ooh, Japan versus Nigeria. That's going to be a rough fight. Motorized longbow. Just saying. I don't usually pay attention to things. Well, that's the thing. I really love my my compound because of all the gears. All right, who we in men's individual. I'm not seeing a lot of us. We're not showing very much in archery. That's kind of interesting. I don't have either of my countries in archery. Heck, I can't even root for Korea, which is usually who I root for when I can't root for Japan or. There's like somebody from the UK. And then there is a French archer. But I mean, yeah, I'm like, who am I rooting for, man? You know, it's the US versus Australia in women's Group B football. You know that's going to be a fight. Put Aussies and Americans in the same place, and you just end up with some of the funniest stuff. Because we're not mean to each other. We're just a riot. We're like all over the place. Because if there's any one culture on this planet that is the closest to Americans, it's Australians. 3x3 basketball. Well, if I end up actually having to do jury duty, did I tell you that I took my birthday off so that I could have donuts, and then the state of Colorado decided I needed to do jury duty on my birthday. I'm like, really? Really? Okay, men's individual, we do have an archer. America has an archer, but oh, what? Round 106 has two Japanese against each other. I'll bet you Japan is going to win that round.
Yeah,
I'm just
maybe.
saying. See where we are in women's individual. Oh, Jennifer Muncio. Actually, I know her. I don't know Casey Koffold, though. So we got two Americans in the women's archery individual. Oh, Japan versus Germany again in basketball. They're up against that twice. I really 100 jumpers, so I'm not going to go for that. We're actually now on August 1st. Unless it's a tie. Even if it's a tie, wouldn't. Well, I guess you're right. I guess if it's a tie, they'd still both win. Somebody would win. Nobody would win. Nobody would win. 3-on-3 basketball. Aussies versus us. That's going to be fun. Maybe I want to go see sailings. Maybe I'll watch women's windsurfing. Maybe I'll watch windsurfing. What do I know? Still don't usually pay attention. Oh, dinghies. Apparently, we've got dinghies out there. Well, that's a thing. It's not, I guess, a big deal, but dinghies are fun. Okay. Women's individual archery. Round 114 has Taipei versus Japan. That's going to be a little bit of a fight there. I'm glad you're here on the show tonight. Seeing as how I'm clearly going to get completely obsessed with my Olympic schedule and figuring out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Over the next day or so. I got to figure out, man. It's I don't get into sports but once every 2 years, so and I'm usually passive about it. I'm not really like super into it necessarily.
I'm just sorry I can't throw this up on video.
Yeah, what Kane's doing is probably not safe for video. All right, then we get mixed teams. Japan versus Turkey. That'll be a thing. Yep. Boy,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do for, because I always kind of passively watch it. It was never one of those that I actively watch. Like you're setting up your schedule to watch. But what I might do is I might pick up some chicken wings to fry up.
There you go.
And watch the Olympics and enjoy some wings here.
There you go, bro. Well, and you might do what I do, which is, there's only a couple of events that Mom and I watched together. The rest of them are all mine events now. You know what I mean? Like, Mom didn't care for archery or equestrian, and she really didn't care for judo at all. And I just like watching Japan kill everybody in judo, which makes some sense. It's because I had junior hires that were freaking insane in the judo. Like, my kids in my class were just bonkers insane about judo. So, I know how. But then archery is a thing I watch because it's me. And, so that's kind of why I'm like, I agree with you. I just tend to find things that are mine and not, not necessarily mom's stuff. Trampoline gymnastics? Okay. Well, you learn something new every day. I used to watch fencing because that was Maya's thing. I'm not watching that. Just saying, don't care. Yeah.
Although the first to ram in the posts, that's always interesting.
To which one?
I was making a joke about fencing.
Oh.
It's the first to ram in all the posts.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be August 3rd when we've got equestrians going in for medaling. So I'll be on that one. Oh, me? Yeah, no, it's water. Yeah, I think if you ever catch me smoking, something's very broken. Because pretty much smoking took out both my parents. So, not likely to start smoking anytime in the near future. Men's floor exercise. Sailing multi hull. Now, see, now we're starting to talk. Ooh, we start medaling in on the 3rd. Bronze medaling in judo. Then we get artistics vault on women's. That's so. I guess that we've got like Simone Biles is back on our girls team, and I'm like, all right, we're talking again. Oh, pommel horse. I always hate pommel horse. Do 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 do. Alrighty. It could have been my last straw. Some user could have been my last straw. Oh look, it's golf. Olympic golf. the last straw. Ooh.
So, have you gotten to listen to much of the Epic album?
I have been listening to it, yes. It is very good. I like it.
I love the fact that in Thunderbringer, that is Zeus basically indirectly talking to who was it? He's talking to um, Odysseus,
Uh-huh.
but he's referring with the entire song. He's referring to the first mate.
Mm-hmm. It is very well done.
Yeah. I heard the next album's gonna drop in another month or two.
Hmm. Hmm. Hopefully I'm back. I think I'm back.
I think you're back too.
Good, good, good. Okay, what's trampoline gymnastics? I like how archery predates the opening ceremonies. So does football and handball. They're like, yeah, screw that opening ceremonies thing. We're just gonna get out there first. Like, okay, you guys do you.
Did you go away again?
No, no, no. I'm sorry. What do you call a paper airplane that can't fly?
A
Stationary.
walk? Uh, yeah, that works.
There. You see, now you're happy. In a way, you kind of asked for that.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, are you still there? Well, let's dad joke you.
And here come the dad jokes.
Yeah, well, I am compulsive. It is the way it is.
Yes, we wouldn't have it any other way.
That's fair. All right. Man, these athletes are up bright and early. Just realizing that the archery rounds for females starts at um, 1 hour time. So
AM?
yeah, 1 a.m. our time, which is 3 hours from now. And right now, over there in Paris time, we're at 5:18 a.m. So they're cooking up early in the morning for archery. They're up earlier than some user is. I think that might have been too much.
What?
Kiddo's making popcorn, and I'm starting to smell burnt popcorn, which makes me think Kiddo's probably not doing as well.
Probably go down and check on that.
I figure I'll hear something. It does smell a little burned, though. I may have to go check. We'll see. Do 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 do. Microwave popcorn, which is why I think Kiddo has burned it. I'll know in a minute because Kiddo will bring. Oh, hey. Japan took out Paraguay. Men's Group D football.
Light Yagami strikes again.
Right? 5-0. Not bad. Watch out. Looks like Japan's football team's pretty serious. Well, we got beat by Fiji. 38-12? We got spanked. That's rugby. But France still took us out in football. 3-0. Oh, that's why there's results. We're already on we're already on the second day. Man, rugby's brutal. South Africa took out Japan in Group A, 49-5. Women's Group C, Japan got spanked by Spain. And rugby, man, Japan got murdered in rugby by Samoa, 42-7. Some of these numbers aren't even real. Our soccer team took out Zambia, 3-0. So we've already got results coming in on some of these. That's kind of cool. And our men's team got killed by Australia, 18-0. Look at that. That's right. I should get back to work.
Yeah, probably.
Do work before I,
So apparently, people really like my hyper detailed art, which is kind of weird for me.
Mm-mm-mm. Right?
It's like I don't consider my art to be hyper detailed.
I really liked the newer versions you were doing. Those were really nice.
Well, I'm still working on those comics.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll be right back. I need to.
Fair. Yeah. Some user, it's still 26 degrees outside. It got up to 34 today. And the problem is we're not having as much luck shedding the temperature as we used to. It's hanging around longer. Computer, what's the temperature in the office?
The office temperature is 26 degrees.
And it's still 26 in here. How is it 26 in here? One of the other two scenes I need to deal with. And yes, and sort of. So the branching square just simply says that, this scene comes before this scene. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's because I've got 8 scenes for each one of the books that I'm making. And then if I want to put another scene in, I can. But I start with about 4 scenes per segment, give or take. So once I'm done kind of plotting this out, I'll move it to this one, which has each individual page. You can kind of see that. And then this way I can plot out how they actually lay out. But I'm not here yet. I just know that scene 1 spans this part, and that's about all I got so far. But this is book 2, and this is, or issue 2, and this is issue 3. So that's how we're kind of breaking it down. I'm just trying to figure out what things are being said in here, because if it's a big thing, I need to give more space for it. So
Hello.
hello, welcome back.
I lost track of what I was doing. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, do you post art to X?
No.
Okay.
And in fact, I'm pretty much backing out of X all the way across the board because they're now requiring us to be subscribers in order to broadcast. We weren't getting a lot of traffic off of that anyway.
Well, and also there's another thing that if you have a account, uh, they're training AI on all of your stuff you post,
Yeah.
and they have it turned on as a setting automatically for your convenience.
Right? You already agreed to it. We said so. I'm still having problems with all this. Trying to get everything sorted out on this. I agree.
how did Tara go from the pumpkin witch that I had her like to this? Like, okay, I'm gonna share the safe stuff
There you go.
because I'm working on Tara and she's a little different.
Oh, I like that.
But like she's undergone a lot of changes. Like this particular version of her really reflects her storyline
Mm-hmm.
and where she is at. And I love it. It's just wow. Let's see if I can bring up some older art of her. Here. Like that was her. She went from generic Halloween witch.
Aw, but she's still cute as generic Halloween witch.
Yeah. To that. And she's more this undead thing. I really like it. It's very detailed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm dying over here.
Don't die. Live. You gotta live.
Right?
That is Roma in front of her. So her her storyline is Tara was killed by her sister, and completely deservedly so. She is the was the villain for a whole nother story. And then the person in front of her is a seer and wound up finding this lost soul and went, well, okay, you're a lost soul. I'll just bring you for the ride. And resurrected her, not knowing who or what she was. And so they wound up like weirdly saving each other.
Mm.
And they have this very kind of wholesome relationship with each other that I really like the dynamic because it's not like Joker and Harley Quinn where, you know, Joker is clearly bad for Harley, but she stays with him because reasons? These are two adults that they love each other and they have a consenting relationship with each other. And I like that way more.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. My headset just died, so
Yep. You're 5 by 5.
what's up?
5 by 5.
Okay. Although this music's really cool.
Yeah. I like this.
And it doesn't sound like it's trying to sing Trogdor. So when do you have to give it up tonight?
Oh, I'm probably gonna have to um, leave here in a few minutes. But that's all right. Mm.
I've also really started to love the idea of telling stories through character design.
Mm-hmm.
Like this redesign of Tara tells a lot more about her character and her history than thousands of pages of dialogue and backstory.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I'm probably gonna have to head on down now. I've petered out somewhere along the line anyway. All I'm doing now is just staring at pages.
Okay, well,
I feel like I'm just kind of petering out. Oh, hey, look, we got the best viewers. Wait. Poof. That was funny. All right, some user, I'm going to have to bow out. Are you going to continue broadcasting?
no, I'm gonna bow out too.
All right. Some user, it was good having you with me tonight. So we're going to bow out and we'll see you later on. And go Sweden. Just saying. And Japan.
Yeah,
And
apparently that was on your end.
nuked. I nuked it. So,
Yeah.
all right. I will see you all later. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And we're rolling into Friday, Saturday, so I probably won't be back till Sunday night. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful time and keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.
Bye.